step worth taking. If the path we face is the one God's making, when He says go, we won't be alone. Let's take a leap of faith.
Welcome to the Tales of Zeke and Elliot, Parables Worth Pondering. Best friends Zeke and Elliot are two frogs that have many adventures around Bicker's Pond. I'm Leah. Come with me as we craft today's story, Fearfully and Wonderfully Made.
Tell me again why you can't just bring me a coffee and a muffin? Why do I have to trek through the meadow and up the hill to Jumpin' Javas?
Well, there are two reasons, my friend. First, I never know when you're in the mood for coffee and muffins. Some days you want one and some days you don't. And second, if I brought you a coffee and a muffin all the time, you'd have to take your jeans to Mrs. Mouse and have her let the seams out.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
How do I put this delicately? It means you don't use very much energy walking out the back door of your house to the shop.
So you're saying I may put on a few pounds if I don't burn up calories coming to the pool?
Exactly.
Wow. You're a real pal, Elliot. Looking out for my waist size.
Can't tell if you're serious or being sarcastic.
That was sarcasm. Pure sarcasm.
Oh, good morning, Meadowlark.
You sound awfully chipper this morning.
Good morning, fellas. I guess I am a little chipper today.
Why is that? Did you spring clean your nest like you had planned?
Yes, I did, but that's not really what has me excited. My two favorite nieces are coming for a visit. They'll be here for a whole week.
That is exciting. But aren't they your only nieces?
Yes, but they still like to be referred to as my favorites.
Do you have any special plans for them while they're here?
I do. They've never been to Bicker's Pond, so I thought I'd take them to the dock and ride on Nash's Dash, then go to the Crispy Bark to get some French fries smothered with cheese, and of course to the Stompin' Stump to hear some live music and get ice cream. Oh, and could I bring them to your shop to look around?
Of course.
Absolutely. If you let us know what day, we could have some muffins from Jumpin' Javas waiting, and Zeke could get them.
That would be lovely. But couldn't you just bring them on your way into work?
Oh, don't even get him started on why I need to hike to the pool.
Later that afternoon, Meadowlark busied herself outside her nest. She had cleaned everything as she awaited the arrival of her family. She looked up to see the girls skipping past their mother to hug their Aunt Mee.
Aunt Mee, Aunt Mee. Aunt Mee, I have missed you so much. I have missed you more.
Girls, I'm so happy to see you both. I have missed you just as much.
Oh, sis, it's always so good to see you. How have you been?
Kara, you look beautiful as always. I'm wonderful now that you're all here. Come in, come in.
Can you believe it, Aunt Mee? We get to stay with you for a whole week. I can't wait to show you my new hobby.
You mean our new hobby? It's something we do together, Aunt Mee.
I wouldn't put it that way.
Let's get you two settled in first. Would anyone like some cherry blossom tea?
Not for me, thank you. I must be getting back.
I'm going to miss you and Daddy, Mama.
I'll miss you too.
I'll miss you girls as well. Please mind your Aunt Mee this week. Promise me you will.
We promise.
We will.
Sis, thank you so much for keeping the girls. Sam and I really appreciate your kindness.
Are you kidding? I've been looking forward to them being here for weeks now. I've got lots planned for us.
Goodbye, girls. I love you.
Love you. Bye, Mama.
Bye, Kara.
Love you.
Have a
See
good time.
you and Daddy in a few days.
Now, girls, how about you take your backpacks off and I'll make us some tea. I have fresh roasted spider legs hanging out back. Your mom tells me that's your favorite.
Oh, I love roasted spider legs.
Me too, me too.
Matching brown backpacks. How cute.
Yeah, real cute.
I'm guessing you'd rather not have matching backpacks?
Lee just loves to copy me. Everything I say and do, she's always right there. It gets annoying fast.
I'm not copying. I just like all the same things. Is that so bad?
Yes, considering that it drives me crazy.
I'm sure a week away from your normal environment will do you both some good. Get a different perspective. Now, who's ready for some spider legs?
Me!
I am.
After dinner, Meadowlark helped the girls settle into their room. Before bed, the girls began asking Meadowlark lots of questions.
Why are you named Meadowlark? Mama's a Meadowlark and that's not her name.
Did you and Mama get into fights when you were little?
Why do we call you Aunt Mee?
How did you end up in Bicker's Pond?
Okay, girls. One question at a time. Y'all call me Aunt Mee because when Dee was a baby bird, she couldn't pronounce Meadowlark. She could only say me. And from then on, everyone started calling me Aunt Mee. Rise and shine, girls. I have lots of exciting things for us to do today.
I'm up.
I'm up too. Oh, I can't wait to see what you have planned.
Breakfast is ready. As soon as you two get washed up and eat, we'll head right out.
Then what? What else are we going to do today? Oh, we haven't told you about our new hobby.
Stop calling it our new hobby. It's something I really like to do. You just want to copy me. She doesn't really like to do it.
How about you explain this new hobby of yours over breakfast?
As they ate, Dee told Meadowlark about how she would find twigs and create a star with the ends held together by different types of grass. She would then sell them to the local wildlife in her neighborhood. Most of them hung them on their front door. She saved enough money to have a brand new backpack with her name on it.
That is so creative. I would have never thought to do that.
I think my favorite part is being in the woods looking for the perfect twigs.
Maybe later we could go exploring. We could take a ride across the pond and collect some twigs and grass.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I like looking for twigs too. I'm not as good as Dee in making the stars, but I try.
Mama made me give Lee half the money, and of course she had to have a backpack made just like mine.
I think it's wonderful that you two are working together on this.
That's what Mama says. I think Lee only does it because she doesn't know how to do anything else. Or because she just likes to copy me.
That's not true. I really like looking for twigs and being in the woods.
Well, before we do any exploring, I'd like to show you two around the pool.
I just need to grab my backpack and then I'll be ready.
Me too.
The girls cleaned up from breakfast, grabbed their backpacks, and followed Meadowlark to the pool. She showed them around the area and took them to Drake's Diner to see some of Casey's paintings. Lee seemed really interested in all the different colors. After asking Casey some questions about her artwork, they headed for the crispy bark and ordered some French fries. The small birds were tired from their exciting day, so they flew back to Meadowlark's.
Are we going to the Stomp and Stump tomorrow?
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Please, Aunt Mee, can we go, please?
Yes, we'll go there tomorrow after we take a ride across the pond to find twigs for your crafts.
Awesome! I'm going to bed. Good night.
Me too. Good night.
Good night, girls. Sleep well.
The next morning, Meadowlark and the girls headed to Lily Pad Station and went for a ride across the pond. They each began looking around for some small twigs and stuffing them into their backpacks. Lee got easily distracted when she saw beautiful flowers of every color. She picked a few of the petals and stuffed them into her backpack as well.
I can't wait for you to show me how you make your beautiful door hangers.
It's really not that hard. Just takes a little time, that's all.
It's not hard for her, but it's hard for me.
It's harder for you because you don't focus. You get distracted too easily.
Lee, have you ever thought about doing something other than making these star crafts with your sister?
No, not really.
Is there something you like better than crafts?
I love doing crafts, but I like colors. Colorful things, I mean.
Great. So maybe you can find your own hobby making colorful things.
But then I wouldn't be able to help you.
I'm okay with that.
Just think about it, Lee. I'm sure you'll come up with something.
The sooner, the better.
And Dee, maybe you could show her a little bit more patience until she discovers her own idea?
Yes, ma'am.
That afternoon was spent with the three birds creating the door hangers. Meadowlark and the girls cleaned up their mess, made dinner, and were off to bed.
Good morning, girls. How'd you both sleep?
Oh, good. I forgot where I was for a minute.
Me too.
I'm beginning to think that's the only thing you know how to say. Me too. Me too.
Dee, your little sister is just that, little. And she's still trying to figure things out, just like you did. Maybe you could show her a little bit more patience like we discussed.
You're right. I'm sorry, Lee.
It's okay. So what's for breakfast and what are we doing today?
I thought maybe we could stop by Zeke and Elliot's shop.
On the way out the door, Dee grabbed her backpack, but Lee forgot hers. All along the meadow, Lee danced in and out of the colorful wildflowers, even picking off some of the leaves and stuffing them into Dee's backpack. At Ribbiting Repairs, the frogs had mini moss muffins waiting, as promised, and took them on a tour.
Thanks for the tour, Mr. Zeke, Mr. Elliot. I loved all the woodworking you do here.
I love the mini muffins. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for stopping by the shop.
Aunt Mee, may I go outside and pick some twigs and grasses?
Yeah, we're all out. May we go, please?
Yes, girls, go ahead. I'll be there in a minute.
I don't know why you didn't stay with Aunt Mee. You didn't even remember your backpack.
I wanted to help you. And besides, you have enough room in your backpack for what we need.
Yeah, but you keep stuffing it with other things.
I promise not to grab too much.
Yeah. Oh, look over by the pond. We missed that yesterday. I bet there are some nice small twigs over there. I'm going to fly to the top of the tree and you stay on the ground. I don't want you getting in my way.
Okay.
Dee flew to the top of the small oak tree that was nestled by the pond, while Lee rummaged around the foot of the tree. Lee stumbled on a bright and unusual turquoise flower growing among the cattails. She plucked some of its petals and excitedly flew to stuff them in her sister's backpack. She was in such a hurry, she collided with Dee, sending her tumbling into the pond, backpack and all. The collision sent Lee into a nosedive into the cattails. Zeke, with fishing gear in hand, was walking with Meadowlark to the pond.
Dee, Lee, are you okay?
Dee, do you need help out of the water?
No, I don't need any help.
Lee, are you in there? I can't seem to find you in all this mess.
Yeah, I'm all right. I don't think I'm hurt. Well, maybe a little. Oh, ouch, my wing.
Do I need to go get Dr. Bard?
Let me dust you off and take a look. Can you move it?
Yeah, I can move it. See?
I don't think we need to call the doctor, Zeke. It's just scrape. Nothing a good cleaning and a few bandages won't fix.
I told you to stay on the ground. Didn't I tell you to stay on the ground? Huh?
But I found this beautiful flower.
I don't care what you found. You're always messing everything up. And now my backpack is soaked and the twigs I collected are probably all broken. Why can't you just leave me alone?
Dee, I think you're being too harsh with your sister. Hey, wait. Where are you going? You can't just leave.
I just want to be left alone.
Don't worry, Meadowlark. I'll follow her and see if I can get her to calm down.
Okay, I'm going to take Lee home and get her all cleaned up. Maybe you can bring Dee home later?
Sure thing. I've got it, Meadowlark.
Zeke followed Dee. She landed on the branch Zeke always fished from. As he settled in next to her, he took out his pole and began to fish, hoping to strike up a conversation.
I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Zeke, but I really do want to be left alone.
Well, if you wanted to be left alone, you should have picked a different place to sit and pout. See, this here is my favorite fishing hole, and this is where I was headed for the afternoon.
I'm not pouting. And how was I to know this is your spot?
You didn't, but I'm not giving up my spot that easily. There's room enough for both of us. I won't bother you if you won't bother me. Deal?
So you're not here to talk to me?
Nope.
Because I don't want to talk about what happened. I mean, why do sisters have to be so annoying anyway? I told her to do one thing and she couldn't even do that. She always has to be in my face. I wish
Be careful what you wish for. You may just get it.
I just can't figure her out. I mean, I know she doesn't like finding twigs with me, and she isn't very good at making the stars either. I don't understand why she keeps saying she does.
Have you ever stopped to think that time with you is what she really enjoys?
No, I never thought of that.
Maybe you should take a break from your hobby and focus your attention on her. Try to help her figure out what it is that she likes to do.
I guess I could do that.
In God's Word, it says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. I promise, if you'll spend a few days talking to her about what she likes to do, you'll help her discover her talents and abilities. Sometimes it takes some of us a bit longer to discover what they are.
Does it really say that?
Yep, it's in Psalms chapter 139, verse 14.
Oh, I never thought what I was doing was a talent before. I just know it's something I really like to do.
And apparently you do a great job. As you get older, it may lead you into different things.
Maybe I could have a shop like you and Elliot.
Exactly. So until your sister discovers the talents and abilities God has given her, could you be a little bit more patient?
That's what Aunt Mee says, and I will. You know, I have noticed she likes colors, and she did stuff my backpack full of colorful flower petals.
So maybe tomorrow you pick flowers with her instead of twigs.
That's a perfect idea. But first, I need to apologize for yelling at her. Thanks, Mr. Zeke, for not talking to me.
What? I'm just here for the fish.
Dee flew back to Meadowlark's. She found Lee still crying and sat down next to her sister.
Dee, I'm sorry I knocked
yelled
you
at
into
earlier.
the pond.
Will you forgive me?
I'm sorry for copying you all the time.
And I'll promise I'll spend more time doing things you like to do.
The two hugged and headed to the kitchen where Meadowlark was making more roasted spider legs and hot tea. After supper, they decided to pull the twigs from Dee's backpack and make a star for their parents.
Look what the flowers did to the twigs.
It's beautiful. Look how the color from the flower petals bled onto them. That must have happened when your backpack got wet from being in the pond.
Let me see. Oh, it's so pretty. They are all different colors. None of them look alike.
Do you realize what you did, Lee? You just helped make these pretty stars into beautiful stars. We're not going to be able to keep up with all the orders now.
Girls, there's a great lesson to be learned from all of this.
I know what it is.
I don't.
The lesson, my young sister, is that God made us both different, with different abilities and talents. I like being in the woods and finding the best twigs I can.
And I like being in the meadow surrounded by flowers and colors.
We both like to do different things, yet when we combine it and work together, it makes something more beautiful.
How did you two get so smart?
I have a smart aunt.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of The Tales of Zeke and Elliot. Psalm 139, 13 through 16 says, "For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in the secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there were none of them."
Welcome to Insightful Information with Kelly and Candy. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Candy. Meadowlarks are birds that start their day singing with the sunrise, scattering brightness and warmth with their cheerful songs. You know who that reminds me of, Kelly?
Me.
Yes, you. You're the first one I thought of.
In the words of Elliot, I don't know whether you're being serious or sarcastic right now.
Pure sarcasm, Kelly. Pure sarcasm.
And we're back. The female western meadowlark chooses a spot to nest on the ground, in a pasture, prairie, or other grassland habitat. She seeks out a small, low place such as a cow footprint, often shielded by dense vegetation that can make the nest difficult to see.
Talk about walking a mile in someone's hoof. Get it?
No, Candy, I don't get it.
Are you being sarcastic?
Bye, kids.
Wait, are you being sarcastic? You do get it, right? Like a mile in someone else's shoes?
I get it. I just don't think it's funny.
Wow, you need a sense of humor then.
Thanks for listening today. Have you visited our website, zekeandelliot.com? That's where you'll find Zeke and Elliot bracelets and can sign up for our newsletter or support the show. All donations are tax deductible. Don't forget to like and review us on your favorite podcast app and share this episode with your friends. We'll see you next time, and until then, don't be afraid to take your next leap of faith.
You'll help her discover the next page.
True dat.